I'm John, aka the Quiet Atheist, and I am a secular humanist. Hello everybody. Today is going to be about a discussion that I had with the Open Air Atheist on Facebook. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can. I don't want it to get all lengthy, because I know that them kind of videos tend to get boring a little bit. But I'm going to jump into it right away. As far as force is concerned with the government, I don't believe in the bad force. I believe, force should be used as the last resort in any type of situation, Use only as much as necessary to control the situation. I don't believe in abusing it. As far as getting rid of the little thugs and stuff like that by supporting the idea of creating a bigger thug, I believe that's wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right, and it's not going to solve the problem. It's only going to make it worse. I believe that you should approach the situation with a professional attitude and within the confines of the law. Because this vigilante business, I'm against. I'm completely against. There's no morality in it. There's nothing else in it. It's just wrong. As far as imposing is concerned, I don't impose my ideas on anybody else. Everybody's got the right to think what they have to think, and say what they want to say, and do what they want to do. But that doesn't mean I can't disagree with them. I will disagree with you. My opinions vary from yours, and they'll always be that way if there's something that I disagree with. So in our conversations, chances are we're gonna part ways on a few things, but doesn't mean I don't respect you and your ideas and your opinions. I just thought that I'd point that out there. Yes, I believe that laws need to be in place to keep order in society. Like I said, though, in a respectful manner and a professional way. Laws don't need to be abused to keep people in order. They can be placed there and handled very well if people do desire to do that. Now, there's all kinds of examples where it's exactly the opposite, but it just depends on the person and how they handle it. If they see everything so primitive in front of them, they're going to try and justify violence with other violence, and it just doesn't work that way. So in some ways, imposing laws for the betterment of society would work, to maintain that certain civility that people need to feel safe in their homes, or if they're walking down the street or grocery shopping, whatnot, and that's how I feel about it. I don't think it's okay to steal or to kidnap or anything like that, I think it's barbaric. I think it's a decaying factor in today's society. And what I mean by decaying factor is it's decaying the mindset of some people. And they believe for some reason that these are the things that are okay to do. When they're actually not. And I don't support it. I don't believe in it. And That's my position on that. A minute when we were having our discussion, Open Air Atheist, you said that the government doesn't equal chaos. In some respects, I do agree with you, but however, we're going to have to part ways on a few things. Some of the decisions that the government makes, and the big elite executives that buy our politicians, and makes a really, really profound impact on society through bad decisions and poor money handling skills. Just look at Occupy Wall Street. While that wasn't chaos, it still raised a lot of problems for the bankers and some of the politicians, and stuff like that, making bad decisions with their money. So in some cases, government does equal chaos through the decisions they make and the financial approach they have. Government imposes on others to make people safe. In many respects, like I have said before, it should be done in a professional manner. I mean, making people safe in their own homes, like I said, or wherever they might be, is a primary concept that we must consider. There's a lot of people out there that would think nothing to steal a purse from a lady walking down the street, or cause fights. I remember when I was little going to a carnival, there'd be people walking in with hammers, beating the shit out of everybody. It is okay for the government, I think, to set laws in place to keep these things from happening, and as long as people are aware of the consequences of the actions they commit, and they know the difference, because everything begins with a choice. I don't believe in all that causality, every action, reaction crap. Everything begins with a choice. And if a person chooses to do what they have to do, whether it's breaking the law or whatever they're going to do, they have to pay the consequences. Therefore, the laws must be imposed on the violators of the laws that are in place, violating the safety of yourself and others around you. And that's what I have to say about that. But the laws have to be imposed within reason, and at the same time construct this cohabitable thing with society where they're able to be comfortable side by side. It's got to be done correctly. It's a very delicate situation. National progression, state to get bigger, no freedom left in America today. I wouldn't call it natural, but it's just out of the ignorance of a lot of people, because again, a lot of the things that have to do with our freedom have a lot to do with religion, and of course there's other factors contributing into it. I'm not going to deny that. But I believe, set a religion aside for a minute and talk about something else. A lot of things that people have done in the past, I guess, or recently, or whatever the case might be, do affect others. The government says, well, we're not going to let things happen this way, so we're going to impose stricter laws and prevent people from doing these things. So in a lot of respects, I agree that some of the freedoms, you know, are being taken away, you know. And I don't know if you understand my opinions or not. You know, I'm not one of those types that wants to go out there and say, you can't do this, you can't do this. Everybody has their own mind. They can do whatever they want, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Just as long, like I said, you're aware of the consequences. Now, on the religion side, we are losing a little bit of freedom. Somehow they have found a way to trim the fat off the Constitution a little bit by inserting creation science into the public school systems. Arizona, for example, has found a loophole, or whatever the case might be, where the teachers can teach whatever they want and nobody can do whatever, nobody can tell them anything. And that's how they're introducing creation science into schools. And it's our government's fault. Tell you what, if our forefathers were here, man, they would be vomiting at the mouth. They must be turning over in their graves. So yes, I do agree with you. A few things that our that our freedoms are being taken away a little bit. And some of it's bad, yes, but some of it's for a reason. I'm assuming, I'm not sure. But I believe everybody should be free to do whatever they want. We're basically free to do whatever we want. I mean, I don't have anybody at my house, in my yard, telling me when to go to bed, walk down the street, go buy a Coke or beer or wine or whatever the case may be, you know. I mean, pretty much do what I want, you know, as long as it's within the confines of the law. If I break the law, they will be opposed on top of me, and I will pay for what I've done. And that's the way it should be. I'm aware of the consequences of any illegal activities that I may partake in. Again, it's not okay to steal. I earn everything I get. And I'm not saying that you didn't. I'm not saying that you said that I didn't do that. I'm just clarifying my position. Because I should have clarified it a little bit clearer, you know, and that way you would have been able to understand where I was coming from. I bought my first car when I was 21. You know, I didn't steal it from anybody else or anything like that, you know. I don't necessarily call taxing theft. I mean, the money's got to go handle these things here, these things there to fit these budgets for schooling, government programs, whatever the case might be. You know, some of it is for good reasons, and some of it, unfortunately, they make bad decisions and do the wrong things with our money, and that's the part I don't like. And that part is basically theft, I think. So half of it I do agree with you, and half of it I don't. And it's the bad half that I agree with you with. It's not convenient for me. To better kids' futures, to better schoolrooms, to, you know, to do things that are for society that are way better than what we get or anything, you know, that's where the money should go. But in some cases it's not. And as far as you mentioning anarchy or anarchism or whatever the case might be, I'm going to have to disagree with that, because I don't oppose authority. This is where we're going to part ways on this subject. Like I said before, it's there for a reason. And even if we had a society where it was where anarchism was implemented, there'd still be within the confines of the societies and whatnot authority, figureheads, We do need leaders to run the country that we live in, because I sure as hell can't do it, you know. And basically, you know, anarchism, I think, you know, would run amok if they had a chance. You know, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean, I'm not trying to start any fights or argue or anything, you know, it's just the way I feel. And I don't believe in the whole opposing authority thing, you know, and like I said, everyone is equal. It's just we need people here in this society to run things, you know. And personally, I don't think anarchism will ever reach into the governments or anything like that, you know. And that's how I feel about it, you know. Hopefully one day I can have a blog TV, and maybe we could get online and have a chit chat about it, or maybe I could come on your radio show one of these days and we could have a nice long chat, have a good healthy discussion, you know. I've been looking for one of those these days. Gosh, man, you know, throw ideas around and see what comes up out of them, you know. And I hope we all like this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And we'll talk to you later, I guess. I'll be making another video here real soon. I have to use my iPhone still, but as soon as I get a USB cord, I'll be able to make better quality videos. And one more thing, I will be making a follow-up video to this one that I'm making now. And that way you guys know my full position, because I don't want to make 30-minute long videos, you know. I don't want you guys to lose interest. I want you guys to know what I'm saying right away. With that said, you guys have a good night. Quiet Atheist is out. Have a good day.